Chris, why should a business seller hire a M&A attorney that's specifically focused on M&A transactions? I don't know if full-time is the right way to put it, but they're geared and specialized in M&A transactions.
Absolutely, and that's something that we often, like you alluded to, run into when we're engaged to advise on a sell side transaction. Our first and foremost, our approach is that we view longtime corporate counsel that might be a different firm as as folks that we can tap into as a resource, and so we always try to make clear up front that our goal is to not duplicate efforts, and so as we go through, for instance, a diligence process, a longtime corporate counsel will be more intimately familiar with the business, with the client, if we've just been engaged to handle the transaction side of things. So we try to leverage them throughout the deal process, and lean on them and their historical institutional knowledge, but think that we also can provide a good amount of value add in terms of the transaction specifically. And so, for instance, there are specific terms that we can more quickly negotiate either at the LOI stage or in a purchase agreement, because we've seen hundreds and hundreds of iterations of how those types of provisions are negotiated in similar transactions. And so, we often find it very difficult when we're on the other side of a deal, where the other party only has their longtime corporate counsel or a family friend, find it very difficult to negotiate because, they'll push buttons that, they'll press on issues that maybe aren't super material in the grand scheme of things. And so, a lot of times the assumption is like you would rather have a law firm on the other side that isn't super experienced, but I actually have very much found it to be the opposite, and that I prefer to have a firm that's got a long history of doing M&A work, a lot of experience, because we can more quickly narrow down the issues that really matter to both sides. And while they may more aggressively negotiate or be more sophisticated in their thought process, at least we're kind of singing off the same song sheet, and it eliminates the surprises.